When I was a kid, one of my favorite moments from the movie Aladdin is when Jafar traps Aladdin in this ring of fire. And there's a couple of shots where Aladdin's back is facing this giant blaze behind him, and then Jafar just walks through the fire and then confronts Aladdin. There was something about the scene, the way it was animated, the way it was composited, seeing these two characters facing each other with these wall of fire behind them. It looked really, really cool. They sort of do it again later in the Disney film Pocahontas during the Savages sequence, which is the most badass song in the entire film, by the way, where the chief is standing in front of a bonfire. Well, it's not similar to how they did in Aladdin, but to me, not only is it the most badass shot in the entire film, but it makes the song Savages 1,000 times more badass. There's another animated film where they sort of do that shot, and it's in the non-Disney animated film The Land Before Time 3, which is this shot right here. Well, it's not the same as they originally did in Aladdin. It's still a really cool shot to see Littlefoot with this giant wall of fire behind him. And as a kid, I've often fantasized that film kind of recreating that shot that they did in Aladdin, almost like Littlefoot's like confronting this like evil Tyrannosaurus Rex in this giant ring of fire or something like that. I've always wanted to recreate that scene from Aladdin when I was a kid, but for some reason, I just couldn't figure out a way to pull it off. I didn't have any access to any equipment to create any fire of such an effect. The closest thing I could do to pull this off was by going to the barn that my dad used to work at, or go to one of these abandoned buildings that we lived next to and grab the dust from the ground and just spill it around me in a circle as if it was like fire. But it just wasn't the same. You know, looking back on that, I'm actually glad I never pulled that stunt because, you know, I was a 6 or 7-year-old kid and that would have been really dangerous. But even now, doing filmmaking as a hobby, if I were to pull that effect off now, with like practical effects or a crew or a team, not only would that be really, really difficult and expensive, it would be very dangerous and it would get really, really hot. However, thanks to the power that is After Effects, we're gonna do it right now.